Welcome back, guys. Let's put this out there in the ether. This video, I just want to tell some guys out there, for some reason, they still they have something to prove to women, right? And they just don't understand that men are just superior because we're superior than women in any way, right? We don't need to prove anything, right? Especially to the people that's already in your life, especially to your mom, right? Your sister, your wife, your daughter, whatever it is, right? People that's already in your life, women that's already in your life, that's already with you, right? You don't have to prove anything to them, right? Because they already solidified their commitment to you, right? By being this thing I just mentioned. But if you ever feel the need that you have to prove anything to a woman, right? Then that's a clear indication that she's not the one for you. If it's your wife, you still have to prove something to your wife. Why are you with your wife? Your wife should already solidify that she loves you and she want to be with you. So there's nothing to prove to her. Your sister, your girlfriend, right? Your girlfriend's already with you, right? If you feel the need that you have to prove something to your girlfriend, that's another indication that she's not the right one for you. Because if she loves you, you don't have to prove anything to her at all, right? So the only people that you should prove to is people that you try to garner value, right? Try to gain something. Like, so for instance, a client, right? A customer, your boss, promotions, right? Your audience, right? Because if you don't prove that you know your thing, you will not get certain things from them. You will not get certain attention from your client. You'll not get that promotion from your boss. You'll not get that view from your fan base, your support from your fan base. Besides that, you have nothing to prove to nobody, right? And guys have this mentality that they have to prove something. They have to prove something to their neighbors, for instance, like their neighbors, right? These are your neighbors. These people don't contribute no value into your lives, right? This idea of keeping up with the Joneses, have to buy this and that to prove to your neighbor that you can afford this, that you are in their caliber, right? Like, this is the wrong mindset to live to. Like, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody if they don't provide you any values, right? Your enemies. Why are you trying to prove yourself to your enemies? Say like you're better than your enemies. Always gonna hate you, right? There's no point of proving something to your enemy. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time to prove anything to your enemy. Try to prove anything to people that's envious you. Try to prove anything to people that's jealous of you. Let them be jealous. Let them be envious, right? You're letting these people control. That's what it is. When you try to prove something to somebody that holds no value in your life, you're letting them taking control over you. You're letting them having dominion over you. And it's not supposed to be that way, man. If that's the case, you're wasting your life away. You're reaping time here on this planet when you should be focusing on yourself, make yourself feel better. You try to prove yourself, if anything, prove yourself to yourself that you are capable of doing this, right? Right? The only reason why you should prove something to somebody is if you try to garner something of value. For instance, you're in martial arts, right? You're in jiu-jitsu, right? And to get that upper rank, right? You have to prove to your master, your sensei, that you're capable of doing tackles, blockings, and all these stuff, so you get the next belt. Besides the white belt, yellow belt, blue belt, brown belt, right? You have to prove that you're capable of doing that. That's the only reason why you have to prove something, to get something of value. Because in martial arts, something of value is your knowledge, your skills, and things to demonstrate your knowledge and skills are those belts. You have to move in ranks, right? And the same goes for the army. You have to prove that you're a lieutenant, sergeant, whatever it is, right? You have to get those stripes, right? The only thing you have to prove is if you try to garner something for yourself as in value. Your neighbors, you don't get no value from them. Why do you need their validations? Your enemies, you don't need their validations. They will always hate you, right? People that dispute over you, you don't need to prove nothing to nobody. Your ex-wife, your ex-girlfriend, right? You don't need to prove anything. Like, they will always have that sentiment against you. So it's just a waste of time. And I see time out of time that guys have to do these things, go head over heel, above and beyond, right? To prove something. to people that don't care for you. And you need to let go of that mindset. Right? Stop trying to prove something to nobody that doesn't care for you, I mean. And if you're gonna do that, if you guys waste your time doing that, it's gonna eat you up inside. And prove things to yourself that you are capable of doing it. Running that laps, running that miles. Those yourself is the only one you should prove to. Right? You only need your own approval. You don't need your approval of anybody else. That's what it is. Proving something to somebody that doesn't hold any value to you is trying to get the approval of your enemy. Why would you do that? Why would you want the approval of your enemy? And that's what the word comes from, approval. Prove to get approval. Right? Your wife, people that loves you, you already proved to them why they love you already. Because you being yourself. But no, there are guys who feel the need they have to prove something. And they're going to find out the hard way. It's going to be a waste of time. Right? It's going to eat you up inside. And you're going to let these people bother you. You let these people control you. That you don't need their approval for nothing. You know? People that hate you will always disapprove of you. People that don't like you will always disapprove of you. People who don't share the same kind of value of you will always disapprove of you. Right? This is why I don't try to go debate people that have different views as me. Because I don't need their approval. Right? People who don't think the same way as me, I don't need their approval. If you concur what I'm saying, fine. Be on the same page. I approve of you. Right? But people who disengage with me, try to debate me on an issue that I know for a fact in my own belief that I know in my heart that is true, why do I try to persuade them? They will always try to hold their own value. This is why if I want to go on debate with somebody, I have to get something out of it. Right? Pay me 50 racks. Right? Then I'll debate you, I get something out of you. If I lose, I lose. At least I get something out of it. At least I get financial gains out of it. But this is why I don't debate people. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of my breath. Putting my effort into trying persuading people that already have their strong belief in certain issues to make them foolish or whatever. I don't care if I make you foolish. I don't care if I look foolish on certain issues, right? Because I don't have to prove anything to nobody, right? What does that gain me? Your approval? If I get the approval of people that dislike me, I don't need their approval. You know, their approval has no value to me. Right? People that I don't like, people I hate, people who I disagree with. Their word don't mean nothing to me. To get their approval is a waste of time for me. Right? That's why I don't engage with them. You engaging with these people is just totally wasting your time. Not unless you gain something out of it. Like an MMA fight or boxing, right? People are disproving, try to get at one another, right? That the reason why they get into the situation because they get monetary gains. They get money for doing this. Right? Boxers, MMA fighters, they get validations for doing this. They get money and the title that I'm better than you. That's what it is. I don't need to prove to my enemy that I'm better than them. But if it's for validations, like in an MMA fight, and if I get money out of it, fine, I'll fight for that, right? But if it's just for exhibitions and I gain nothing out of it, nah, it's a waste of my time, right? It has to be worth the argument. If it's not worth it, why even bother with these people, right? And I see guys time out of time try to argue and debate with people that doesn't matter. Let them sink, right? Let them fail. Let them fall on their own faces. But, you know, the point is, you know, people are focused on things that doesn't truly matters, right? They get no gains out of it. They get no reward out of it. Just because you're proven wrong? Or you get their approval? I don't need their approval. I don't need the approval of my enemy to know that they're wrong. I don't need the approval of my enemy to let me know it's okay for me to do this, that, etc., etc. Right? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Right? I don't need the approval of my neighbor to say I could afford this. To say I'm better than you because I could afford a car that's more more expensive than yours. No, that's putting me in a disadvantage, because what if I can't afford it, right? Just to show out to people who don't care about me? That's a waste of time. These people who don't care about you will never care about you, so there's no point of getting approval for them, right? This idea of keeping up with the Joneses, right? And that's need to stop. Stop trying to get approval of people who don't care for you. That's what it is. That's the point of this video. But, I digress. But if you could relate what I'm saying, or you agree what I'm saying, or you could disagree, leave a comment below. Am I making sense? Am I conveying things correctly? Right? Am I getting it wrong? Am I getting it right? Let me know if you agree or not. On that note, guys, thanks for listening. And as always, if you like my channel, I drop videos daily. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, peace and blessings.